Hey guys, it's Marlon here. Let's get on with today's episode. Today I'm going to talk about things that I'm really good at. Last week I talked about things that I sucked at, so I guess this week would be, well, the opposite. Things that I'm good at. So I guess we're just going to jump right in. I think the number one thing that I'm good at, for those who know me, is playing the guitar. And I've been playing guitar since I was like 12. And my best friend and I, we've just been playing guitar ever since. And back then, YouTube wasn't like a big thing where you could just go on the internet and be like, oh my gosh, how do I play this song? Instead, it was more like, oh my gosh, are you serious? I want to learn how to play this one song, and in order for me to learn how to play, I gotta buy this book that contains 62 other songs that I don't really want to learn how to play, but I have to buy because the one song that I do want to learn how to play is in this book. Are you serious? Can I buy this? But it actually did help because like my best friend and I, we were just learning how to play guitar with each other. We bought the books, we bought the DVDs, we bought the Esteban teaching us how to play the one song and whatever. I never learned it. I'm pretty sure he did, but I didn't. And then we formed this band with like the 3 chords that we knew. And it was like, hell yeah, look at this song that I wrote. It's the same 3 chords that we just finished learning, and then like the next day, bro, look at this new song that I wrote. Oh yeah, it's the same 3 chords that we just learned the other day too. And it was like that the entire summer actually. Like we just kept learning more chords every now and then eventually we learned all of them. I wouldn't say all of them actually. Honestly, I'd say for the most part a lot of them, but not enough to say I've learned all of them. But in all the years that I've played guitar, honestly, I wouldn't call myself a professional. I'd call myself more of I'm a campfire guitarist where like, oh yeah, you know, I'll bring my guitar, you know, I'll throw in some jams here and there. But honestly, I wouldn't say I'm a pro. But I am good at it though. But not like the best. Don't come at me and be like, oh my gosh, can you play freaking Through the Fire and Flames? Because I'll be like, no. No. Another thing that I'm good at is watching / criticizing movies. Like I will sit down through a really good movie and I'll be like, hell yeah, okay, first off, did you guys notice that in certain point of this movie this happened, but it's only a nod to something else that happened in like a previous work that the director did in a separate movie, or something that happened in the books that only you would know if you read. But for the most part, I'm more likely criticizing the movie for its abysmal like form. Oh my gosh, dude, Spider-Man 2, the one with Tobey Maguire, that movie was like the best movie ever. Actually, it's the best Tobey Maguire movie I have ever seen in my life. Really? Are you serious? The simple fact that Doc Ock decided to hold a press conference because, oh hey, look at me, I created these huge robotic arms that would help me contain a small version of the sun. Really? That's what he's basing his entire science experiment on? The fact that he can create a small sun, but not the fact that he can create these huge robotic arms that can do whatever it is that he wanted to do without actually injuring himself. You know how many times those robotic arms can actually become of good use in today's society? But no, it's the mere fact that, oh my gosh, look at me, I can create a small sun. Yeah, that movie was so cleverly written. Completely good. Yeah. I didn't think about that. No, I hate this movie. Why you do this to me? Another thing that I'm really good at is quoting movies, TV shows, comics, or books, because it's all the fun. And I have this one friend named Matt who, like, every time that we hang out, I'm always quoting Rick and Morty, I'm always quoting The Office, I'm always quoting Parks and Recreation, I'm always quoting a bunch of things that I know he has seen or hasn't, but I keep urging him to actually go and see it. And every time that I quote something, he's like, dude, how do you remember this? How is it that you just remember this? And I'm just like, I'm sorry, dude, it's just, I have a really great memory, and you know, it's whatever. And if you were to spend an entire day with me, you'd be surprised how many times I would quote something. And you'd be like, holy crap, dude. No more pop references for you, my good friend, because you know way too much. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. Comment down below if you know where that's from. One thing that I'm actually really good at is being a nerd. But you guys don't know how happy I am being a nerd. Like, honestly, if I wasn't, I'd probably be like, oh my gosh, what am I doing with my life? You know, whatever. Like one time a friend of mine, after watching all 3 Lord of the Rings movies with me, was like, hey, how come they didn't just like fly on the eagles all the way to the volcano at the end of the movie? You know, it could have just been in one movie, but no, they had to divide it into 3 movies. Like, really? Why? You know how much time they spent doing that? Like, why couldn't they just fly there? That is so dumb. Oh my gosh. Okay, look, if you would have read the book, you would have known that Gandalf was trying very, very hard not to spoil that, because they had so many spies all over Middle Earth, and he was like, okay, if I tell any one of you guys my deep master plan, someone could be taken with one of these spies, and then the whole plot would be revealed of my plan. So instead, I'm gonna keep this a secret. But he also kept giving all these people hints, like, you know what, we're gonna go to the mountains instead. Why? Because the eagles are all the way in the north. So hey, you know what, maybe, guys, if you guys are thinking, I'm taking you guys there. And then remember in the first movie when he's like on the bridge of Khazad-dûm, and like the Balrog had like whipped him and then brought him down? Remember the last thing he said? He said, "Fly, you fools." What do you think that meant? Oh, hey, you know what, guys? You better run fast. Because, you know, when someone says, "Fly, you fools," that also means you gotta be really fast. No, dummy. That meant, count the fucking eagle, bitch, and just go all the way over there, fucker. Damn. Do I gotta think for you all the time? You know what? That actually makes sense. Damn. I've already mentioned this, but another thing that I'm really good at is remembering things. You guys have no idea how much I remember, especially if it's like a memory or whatnot, but like, it's very hard for me to forget, and it's kind of a good and bad thing, because the good thing is, oh hell yeah, I can remember. I don't need a planner, I don't need a reminder or whatever. Psh, hell no, I remember how to do that. Yeah, come on dude, it's simple. But then the bad part is that there are certain things that you kind of do want to forget, but you can't forget, and it is always going to be there in your head, no matter what, always. And that's bad, because there are a lot of things that I wish I could forget, but I don't. So whatever, fuck me, right? And I'm also very good at being super observant, and I take pride in like minding my surroundings. Like if somebody redid their hair or redid their lipstick or painted their nails or the smallest little detail, like I'll look at something and then I'll be like, oh hey, look at that, there is a praying mantis behind that leaf, but you didn't see that because you just saw a tree and said, oh okay, that's a tree. But I looked and said, hey, bet you didn't see that. Which I guess also means that I'm like very good at like spotting things, like clues or whatnot. But like my eyes also like to linger, and sometimes they linger on things where it's like, and they'll follow a path on something, and then I'll be like, oh, check that out, I didn't even see that before. Like sometimes if I'm talking to you and you notice that like my eyes just trail off and just look away, it's not because I stopped listening and you just became boring. It's more because, okay, yes, I'm listening to you, but I'm also trying to see what else is going on with this world aside from you. Something else that I'm really good at is being patient. Honestly, there are many times where I know people would have been super mad if they were me at a certain situation, but me, I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, it's fine, take your time. There's no rush, you know, the world is whatever, and honestly, I don't care, take your time. And I don't know, like, I guess I've always been the type of guy that's been super chill and just been more relaxed, I guess, on a lot of things. But that's not enough to say that I've never had a situation where I've just never been patient or anything. And honestly, there are a lot of times where people do test my patience, but for the most part, I'm super chill, very patient. Like, honestly, take your time. That's like I guess that's like one of like my phrases that I say a lot now. It's just take your time, no worries. Something else that I'm really great at is breaking my freaking diet. Like, you guys have no idea how many times I've made a new diet plan that involved, oh hell yeah, I'm gonna be super healthy right now, I'm gonna eat only this, I'm gonna avoid the crap out of all this thing. But no, every now and then I'll be like, oh, you know what, those candies look so good. Oh man, that drink is 100% sugar. Wow, can I have some? Like a sip, maybe? And then I'll try it, and then I'll be like, dude, I'm so addicted to this. Like, this is my 15th cup, and it's all sugar, and I love it. Oh my baby. Eventually, I want to get like really fit and just like, I guess, not be so fat, but I do love to eat, man. Oh, and that's another thing. I'm really great at eating food. Man, you put a plate in front of me, and odds are I'll eat it if it's good. Otherwise, I won't. Like, I'm really good at not eating food that I don't really want to eat too. But honestly, I love to eat. Like, it's like, especially rice. Hell yeah. Anyways, and now I'm gonna do a speed round. I'm gonna try and name a bunch of things that I'm really great at, super fast, but not really, but fast. Speed round! Being brown. Being super lazy. The ability to talk to a girl first who's really, really hot. Being blind. I'm good at not being a girl. Drinking 5 Long Islands and not throwing up. Good at not singing like Freddie Mercury. Not sleeping 8 hours every night. Forgetting that I mix like 8 drinks in 1 hour and then, oh my god, I feel sick. Great at being picked last. Drinking when I want to. Really great at pushing people away. Dude, get out. Not giving a fuck. Really great at being short. I'm 5'6". Being quiet. Making fun of myself all the time. Kind of being second best all the time. Good at wearing black shirts every day. Really good at not growing a beard. Because I can't. Physically. Laying on my bed all day. Messing things up that I really care about. Having terrible luck when I open up myself to someone that I really cared about. Having black hair. Really great at having my arms up here instead of my legs. But most of all, the one thing that I'm very, very good at is eating the shit out of sushi. Because I fucking love it. Anyways, guys, that's the time I have for you guys today, and I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode of things that I'm really great at. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and please subscribe if your mom gave birth to you. Anyways, guys, new videos every time I post a new video. Yeah, so tell me, what's something you're very good at? I mean, I could do an okay Rick Sanchez impression. Oh, Morty, you gotta really put this way up your butthole, Morty. Cause, oh man, yeah, Morty, just put this way up there, Morty. Oh, Morty. Jerry, take off all your clothes and fold yourself 7 times. Who the fuck is Noob Noob? Oh, this guy gets it. Zing. Wubba lubba dub dub. Oh yeah, it's time to get thrifty in here. Drop your panties, shit on the floor. Yeah. Listen, Morty, the reason why somebody would do this, which they can't, will be because they could, which they can't. Wow, Jerry, you know he eats his own poop, right? Listen, Morty, you know what? Fuck it, whatever, let's just go. Do whatever you want, you punk-ass little bitch. Anyways, it's Marlon here, and I love you guys. She likes turtles.